There's nothing to indicate that currently he was on our radar. We had a report of a domestic incident some time ago. That was the allegations were recanted, and I don't have any other information. We'll keep digging.
Where the FBI is deluged, it's now saying the suspect in the New York area bombings not on their radar screen, but there are new reports that Ahmad Khan Rahami had traveled to Afghanistan and Pakistan multiple times, including a year-long stay in 2013. Also, one of Rahami's brothers posted radical material on his social media accounts, including this quote, "I bring the men who desire death as ardently as you desire life." And even Rahami's father, he says he called the FBI about his son. So the question is, why wasn't he on the FBI's radar screen? We've got a counterterrorism task force member. He's from military intelligence. He's Steve Rogers. He's also, you're a Trump advisor as well,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So Rahami's own father, basically, he says he told the FBI that he thought his son had been radicalized. Take a listen.
The API, my son, he's doing very bad, okay? But they checked it almost 2 months.
Investigation is still going on, guys.
He's okay.
We don't know yet.
He's not terrorist. I said, okay. Now he say he's a terrorist. I said, okay.
Okay, so what happens behind the scenes, Steve, when intelligence and our law enforcement, they get a phone call, they see that this guy has been traveling to terrorist hotbeds, and even the father calls. Well, do you know any, can you give us any insights on what happens?
Yeah, to begin with, the FBI is overwhelmed, Liz. They're just overwhelmed. They get thousands and thousands of calls like this. I'm sure they did follow this up, and then they reach a dead end. If there's no corroborating evidence or more information for them to conduct a long-term investigation and surveillances, they have to look at their priorities. And believe me, it's so costly, and it's intensive, manpower intensive. But one way that the FBI and our federal government can perhaps fill that gap is to get that information about people living in these neighborhoods to local cops. I've said that for 2 years. Get intelligence information to local police officers. Well, they just send it down. They could declassify some of the classified material.
So you're saying the FBI should share that information with local cops?
Yes, they do share it now with regional joint terrorism task forces, but it's got to go a step further, Liz, because cops are in the neighborhoods every day.
But that comes a turf war, right? There's a turf war.
Well, there used to be. I could tell you before 9/11, you know, CIA wouldn't share with FBI and the military.
Right.
But George Bush put together this national joint terrorism task force in Washington.
But turf war between the FBI and the cops. That could.
Well, I hope it's not happening today, but we could fill the gap.
Okay, next up, Rahami was arrested in 2014 for stabbing his brother. A grand jury, though, let him walk despite warnings that he could be dangerous. So here's the thing. Is our system too quick, Steve, to give people the benefit of the doubt?
Yes, and we're at war. There's no question about it. And we have to change the rules of engagement. And the rules of engagement mean that if you see something, say something, and then the police have to take immediate action. We saw a classic example of that in Linden, New Jersey. The alert went out. I understand a phone call was made.
Hang on. So the alert went out on all of our cell phones in the New York area,
yes,
right?
Yes, we sure did. And I got it, too. Here's somebody.
It's like an Amber Alert.
Yes.
But it was for terrorists.
Exactly.
First time that happened.
With his picture. So somebody from Linden, I believe in a store, makes a phone call and says, well, you know, they saw something suspicious, and that was this terrorist actually sleeping in a hallway. And a Linden police officer goes to respond to that incident and recognizes this guy.
They probably got more tips on other individuals. By the way, I think the mother and another relative, Booth, help me out. Was it his sister or his wife? The mother and the wife and the mother left the country days before the attacks. More stuff coming in on this guy as it develops.
Which means we need that intense vetting that Donald Trump was talking about. You leave the country, you might want to vet him coming back.
Steve Rogers, thanks so much for your time. To a dramatic New